It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC West foes. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. But today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Jacobs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Brings up second and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Here's Jacobs, running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second and 10. A man who was lost for the year in week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver, where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
2 established coaches. Both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wins.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw again is Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here comes Abdullah on the return. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Muscles him off, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 52 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Recovered by the offense.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, 42 yards. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Abdullah to return.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Fights through, and now a crease.
There he goes again. He's on his way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Milton Williams
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Wilson.
Quickly into the hands of Mims.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
4 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 22.
Again, Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.